places on Earth carry the weight of history quite like Tiananmen Square in the heart of Beijing. Stretching out before us is one of the largest public squares in the world, a vast open space designed not only for gathering, but for ceremony, symbolism, and power. Today it feels orderly and monumental, but beneath the stone paving lies centuries of political drama, revolution, and national transformation. The square takes its name from the imposing Tiananmen Gate, or Gate of Heavenly Peace, which stands proudly ahead of us. That gate marks the entrance to the imperial palace complex known as the Forbidden City, once the seat of Chinese emperors for nearly 500 years. But the square we see today is largely a creation of the 20th century. Originally, during the Ming and Qing dynasties, this area was much smaller, a ceremonial forecourt outside the imperial city. Ordinary citizens were never meant to linger here. The emperor, regarded as the son of heaven, ruled from behind the palace walls beyond that great gate. Everything changed in the modern era. After the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949, the square was dramatically expanded under the leadership of Mao Zedong, transforming it into a vast civic space capable of holding hundreds of thousands of people for rallies, parades, and national celebrations. Standing here today, it's easy to feel the sheer scale. The square covers more than 100 acres, large enough to hold enormous state ceremonies and military parades that showcase China's power and unity. Dominating the centre of the square is the solemn monument to the people's heroes. This towering granite obelisk commemorates those who died during China's revolutionary struggles of the 19th and early 20th centuries. Carved into its stone are scenes depicting uprisings, revolutions, and moments that helped shape modern China. To the south stands the Mausoleum of Mao Zedong, where the body of Chairman Mao lies preserved. Since it opened in 1977, millions of visitors from across China have passed through its halls to pay their respects to the man who founded the People's Republic. Flanking the square are two enormous buildings representing the institutions of the modern Chinese state. To the west is the Great Hall of the People, where China's National People's Congress meets to conduct the formal business of government. Opposite it stands the National Museum of China, one of the largest museums in the world, housing thousands of years of Chinese history, from ancient dynasties to the modern era. Yet Tiananmen Square is not only a place of state power, it has also been the stage for moments that captured the attention of the entire world. In 1949, from the balcony of Tiananmen Gate, Mao Zedong proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China before a vast crowd gathered in this very square. And in 1989, the square became the centre of massive student-led demonstrations calling for political reform, events that ended in tragedy during what is now known as the Tiananmen Square protests and massacre. Today, the square is carefully managed and remains one of the most symbolically important spaces in China, a place where history, politics, and national identity converge. As we walk northward across the square, the massive portrait of Mao Zedong hanging above Tiananmen Gate comes slowly into view. It has looked out over this space for decades, watching generations pass beneath it. And beyond that gate lies something even older. Passing through Tiananmen brings us to the threshold of imperial China itself, the legendary Forbidden City. Built in the early 15th century during the reign of the Yongle Emperor of the Ming dynasty, this immense palace complex once housed 24 emperors and their courts. For centuries, it was a city within a city, sealed off from the outside world, where emperors ruled an empire of millions from behind vermilion walls and golden roofs. And now, after crossing the great square that represents modern China, we stand at the gateway to its imperial past. Ahead of us, beyond the gate of heavenly peace, the story continues, inside the walls of the Forbidden City.